Alright guys, welcome back to the pod, back to Tomboy Official. After this, I think there will be the posting for the daily episode. I have no idea what episode we're even on. I'm probably just gonna post the one that I put for May 18th, 2023, and then yeah, I'll probably put that one and then backdate the other ones. Or back enter the other ones. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'm in the process of hydrating right now. Just finished some coffee. Just finished the daily update episode or segment. I don't know if I'm gonna post it separately or together. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. Pride Month is fast approaching. Everybody get things in order for yourself. Pride doesn't have to be like spending a bunch of money on partying and drinking and all that. You could still celebrate in whatever method you choose to do. I got a doctor's appointment today, an initial appointment. I'm a little bit stressed about it. Not too much. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is like extreme, and if 10 is like I'm gonna cancel because I'm so overwhelmed, and 1 is like, just a mild annoyance, I'd say I'm at like a 2.5-ish. It's like I just got stuff running through my mind about like little things like clothing that I wear, my clothing choices. My clothing choices are pretty limited today too because I need to do laundry. If I go to the gym today, I'm gonna do laundry after the gym. So I was kind of waiting on that because I did the Vegas trip and I still have my laundry from the Vegas trip. But I did a lot of laundry before I left, and then I hardly went anywhere, and so I had more clothes than usual because I haven't been going out like a lot at all since I had the car trouble. So because I haven't gone out at all, really, and I don't know, I've gotten some invites from some friends to do some stuff, and I want to do things, but I really don't want to spend any money. I was really expecting my online store to pop off a lot more quickly and easily than what it has. I don't know. Part of me is like, I want to just sell the store and start over. But another part of me is like, that sounds like so much work. But I'm debating on it because it's getting to a point where it's like, I'm not even selling stuff that I really care for. And it's kind of hard to get into the brand. But yeah, all I want is sales. That's all I want. Like, does it have to be this hard? Like, I don't want it to be this hard. It's hard, Like, I don't mind working hard, but I feel like I'm working hard for no money, if that makes sense. And I have to spend money every month to keep this store open. It wasn't free. Like, getting the store built wasn't free, Shopify isn't free. I'm not talking about all that right now, but that's kind of the income stream I've set up for myself, and it's not working too smoothly. So I also am in the process of trying to work for a company, but I need to get situated in a way that I can actually do well on the interviews. So anyways, I mean, I'll that's all gonna be in like the daily update kind of stuff, so I don't want to keep talking about it. But yeah, when it comes to this doctor's appointment, I start thinking about things like, sitting in the lobby, the clothing that I have on, the people that stare because they're like, is that a boy or a girl? And then they call my name and it's like, oh, I got a girl's name, and then I look like I do, and then you meet the doctor and they don't know you and they're a little maybe confused, and it's like, oh my god. And then I don't know if there's paperwork or I have to fill it out, and then there's all these questions about like gender and sexuality and all this stuff, and it's like, I don't live in the most, I'm in LA, but I don't live in the most like open-minded area, but also not the most closed-minded conservative area. But it's also LA, so it's like, it's home. But it's, my appointment is going to be more in an area that serves more minorities than the area that I live in. I hate to say it, this is going to sound, I'm not trying to be racist or prejudiced, but this is just the reality of the system. Like, so I live in a neighborhood that's pretty Caucasian for the most part, and because I don't have the best of healthcare insurance, the options of places to go tend to be areas that have more minorities there. Not necessarily impoverished areas, but areas that, it's hard to say impoverished, right? Because in LA, everything's so expensive. Like, technically, if people can afford to live in any city in LA, you're pretty well off, in all honesty. Just the cost of living makes you kind of poor. So I'll put it that way. It's like, for what it is, for LA standards of living in LA, quality of area, it's not the highest quality area of living, if that makes sense. Where they have these offices available, because my insurance isn't that great right now. I'm using Medi-Cal. I didn't keep my work healthcare insurance because I didn't want to pay for it because it's really expensive. It's like hundreds of dollars every month. And I don't have that many appointments all the time. Like, I go maybe max like twice a year to the doctor. Like, I don't hardly even go that much at all. But I need new glasses and all this other stuff, and so I'm like, I need to go. There's a lot of stuff that I'm paying for out of pocket, like over-the-counter type stuff, that I'm like, let me just get them to prescribe it and not have to buy it myself. Things like melatonin. I'm interested in trying serotonin, but I'll see. And I'll see if I need to get dental care. I don't really think I don't know, I'm so lazy, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I did have some issues with some tooth pain. I mentioned it before, I think, but it's kind of gone. And I think I was just growing some teeth in the back. They were kind of growing in. But it happened that one day when I had that kind of cannabis soda. Something happened where it irritated my teeth for like days. And I was eating a lot of chocolate then too. But yeah, my teeth got pretty irritated, or my gums and nerves or whatever it was. I don't know what it's called, but I was having a lot of soreness for a while on my bottom row, the back of the bottom row of teeth, like the back of my gums. I don't know what it's called, but it seemed to be more of a nerve thing. And I did have some like extreme sensitivity on the back right of my mouth once when I was drinking water. It just like really hurt all of a sudden. I don't think it was cold water either. It was just water. I remember that being really sensitive for some reason. And then on the left side, I started growing a tooth like shortly after that. This was all like within a few days of each other. It was all like consecutive days pretty much. And so I think that's what the problem was, is that I was growing some teeth in the back, and it was just kind of, the timing with everything was just not good. Like, I'm not a dentist, so I don't really know, but it's like every so often, maybe once every couple years, I'll get some tooth pain like that, but it goes away. So I'm like, it totally went away, so I don't really know if I should really worry, because it's like, it's gone now. It's completely gone. And usually I think when you have like cavities and stuff, you know, your tooth pain doesn't just like disappear, you know. But this does happen every so often, and I don't know if it's because of sugar, I don't know what it is, but something happened. I don't know, maybe it was a combo of things. I'm supposed to be hydrating. I'm supposed to be drinking these waters. But I'll see. I'm gonna see how I feel about the gym. I don't really want to go to this appointment. I'm debating if I'm gonna get another book for the pod, and read through another book. I kind of want my mind to be a lot sharper, and I feel like it's not. I've definitely reduced the edibles because I kind of almost ran out, so I'm not really having them as much because I don't really have any to have. So and I don't really want to buy any yet, because it's just an added expense that's really not necessary. Actually, I think I have some discounts that some friends sent me for some full spectrum gummies that are like $5.99, $9.99, something like that. So I might actually get some of those, but they have to get shipped, and so I might actually go into my emails and order some of those, because that's probably the best deal, the best rate, and yeah, I might do that today, and then I'll have access to those probably sometime next week. But I still got a little oil in my vape pen. I think I still have some CBD oil, and I have about 5 milligrams of a gummy left. And I still got a lot of flour, but it's just hard for me to smoke flour because, you know, I live with people that are just not down with it, so, you know, we'll see. But because they don't use their car, like, they gave me permission to just use the car whenever, so I think I'm gonna start going to the gym more, at least. Because all this sitting around the house is not doing it for me. Like, it was one thing to be recovering from my trip, and then, you know, that kind of stuff, and just buckling down, taking the exam and stuff like that. But now that I'm past those things, I don't want to be like stuck in the house all day. But I also don't want to be paying for gas. But I'll put a few bucks for gas, because I'm not going that far. On my car, I was putting like $10 a week, and that's when I was going out like every single day, and not that far, but I was going out every day, so. But yeah, I don't know, I get a little nervous about doctor's appointments. Like, you know, it's still not the most comfortable experience for people like me. I do avoid it a little bit, but also it's like, I know I'm nice, and I'm not trying to like rock any boats. And, you know, people in healthcare, you know, if you're working with the general public, especially in LA, there's almost no excuse to not like generally know the population. And I'm sure I'm not that rare, but you know, it's, I don't know, like it's something I kind of worry about, is like, what are people gonna think about my presentation as far as how I look, how I seem. But it's kind of funny, like, I was like, the other day, I was like, I should wear a face mask, you know, because we're gonna be in a doctor's office. I don't want to like contract anything in case somebody has something. I don't want to catch it. But then I was like, well, when I wear my face mask, you know, I look like, I don't look as feminine, maybe, because you can't see hardly any of my face. And so I was like, ooh. But yeah, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. But once I eat breakfast, I think I'll be good. But yeah, I'm trying to get up and get going. It's taking me a bit. But yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, doctor's appointments are what, like 5 minutes? Like, it's not like it's even like an hour. Like, I might be there for an hour or something, but you know, it's not like it takes that long. Like, they don't have that much time to really see you anyways, and so they're not gonna really take too much time from me. So I really shouldn't be too concerned. But yeah, I'm gonna look into some books, see what kind of books I can come across, and then see where I can go from there. And sorry, I've been a little unorganized with posting on the pod. I have been recording, at least. I just need to post. I know it's been some days. So, but I also haven't had anything to really record about. I haven't been anywhere. Well, I have, but as far as like LGBT topics, I haven't really like been anywhere, like, you know. But actually, you know, I guess maybe a little bit, but I'll see how today goes. It should be fine. It shouldn't be a big deal. But I'm about to start getting ready. I got some friends I want to text back and want to go on Instagram for a little bit, so I'll do that for about 10 minutes and then get some breakfast in me and then try to get out of the house pretty soon. I should be excited getting out of the house. It's been a while, and I need to do laundry today, but like Thursdays I'm supposed to be cleaning a little bit. I told myself that. I'm like looking around my room and there's so much dust, like, oh my gosh. I might take a little bit of a pre-workout. I might take a little bit of a water bottle with a little bit of some C4 in it, so I can kind of just get a little bit supercharged to kind of bang out a workout and then kind of get through the rest of my day. Yesterday I was pretty tired, but I did sleep really okay, you know. So I don't know, but I did wake up ridiculously early. I was kind of up at like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm a little hesitant to put caffeine in my system, but I do need to go to the gym. So I might have a little bit of caffeine on my way out from the doctor's office. I don't know. I'm debating on it. I'll see what I do. But I might. So yeah. All right, guys. I gotta get rolling. All right. So I finished my medical appointment. Got the info I needed to get vision care taken care of. They said that I should probably get, some dental care taken care of, but I don't go in really. I should. I'll consider it. And then, yeah, they drew blood for labs, so I have to wait for those results. They said nothing is, they said nothing is like, how do you say, like, I don't know what to call it. Like, yeah, they kind of say nothing is really wrong. They said if there was anything kind of going on with the labs, they would let me know right away. Otherwise, they're just going to send results through the mail. I'm going to call in July and schedule for an August appointment. And yeah, I had a female Filipino nurse, a male Latino doctor. They did ask some like LGBT questions about like gender identity and sexual identity, and then they kind of asked about them too, and kind of about like mood and energy and stuff. I was kind of explaining like about my sleep problems and reasons why I kind of left my previous job and working on my health and all this other kind of stuff, studying and applying and all this other stuff. So just general sleep problems. So they're gonna check on that, and so I guess I'll know in a while kind of what's up. I mean, yeah, so I've still got mental health appointments to apply for. I haven't done that yet. And then I've got it's just about it. I had in and out after the appointment because I didn't eat that much for breakfast. I only ate like 2 eggs, like boiled eggs. My mom made them. They were like overly boiled, so kind of like a little overly cooked. And then there were biscuits, but they were kind of really with too much baking soda. And there were some leftover pancakes from yesterday, and there was one that I ate yesterday, and one was like there was a second one that was like super tiny, probably the size of like a cookie or something. And so I ate that and just one of the little cuties. They're old cuties though, they're not even like fresh and new, so I ate one of those cuties. So I didn't really eat a lot. It was basically just like a morning snack just to get me through, and then just finished eating a double combo right now. The prices went up. I haven't been to In-N-Out in a while, but it was like about $10. I remember, I used to not get the drink, and I would just order the burger, the single cheeseburger, not the double, the single cheeseburger and the fries, and I think it was like $5 to $7 then. So it is like a couple bucks cheaper without the, like, I feel like I used to pay $5 something, but I didn't used to order the drink. And I just ordered it because I was like, whatever, I haven't had a lemonade in a while, and I'm already here, and I hardly ate breakfast, and I do kind of want to exercise, but I prioritized having lunch kind of on time, and so I can actually get my energy up, so I can actually have a good exercise, put my laundry in. I'm just resting for now, and then gonna get to work on this online store, and also studying for the interviews and stuff, and getting my application list together. I'm yeah, it was a good experience. Like, I was a little bit nervous earlier, just mostly because, like, you never know what's gonna happen when you meet up with a doctor, and sometimes they just don't have good manners, or they're really rude. And like, I was polite, respectful. Like, there was some issue with the computer when they were logging me in. The admin's computer kind of like froze, and I felt like the doctor kind of understood, previously working in social work, and like possibly how it probably affects my sleep, and just like work related things in general, and like waking up with my mind kind of racing and stuff. And how, like, I was kind of mentioning how it used to bother me more when I was working. But yeah, like, I had a good experience, honestly, and felt comfortable with them, and they were kind of like chill. A little awkward conversation about pap smear appointments and stuff, and I was like, I don't really want one. Like, and they're like, you should probably get it, and I'm like, I know, but I don't really know. Like, I'm not really, I don't really know what to say, to tell you the truth. I don't know, like, shouldn't there be like another way for them to like check that kind of stuff? But I don't know, I guess there's not. I don't think I really want somebody inserting anything anywhere, so we'll see. Like, I know it's important. I'm not the best example for somebody that takes the best of health, the best of care with health. I wouldn't say that I take the best care, but I try to at least do the minimum. Like I mentioned, like, I try to work out like maybe 2-3 times a week. I really shoot for 4 to 5, but I think I only really get about 2 or 3 days when I'm exercising. And I am working on my sleep and try not to eat too much salt or sugar. Try not to overeat meals. I could definitely do better on the fresh fruits and veggies. I try not to eat too many carbs, but I don't know, maybe I need more carbs, and I don't know, like, I don't feel like perfect, but I don't feel like so bad that it's like I need to go to a doctor because I'm in like a lot of kind of pain or something. So I feel like alright enough, and like, so at least there's that. I'm not like in constant chronic pain or like anything like that. I don't know, they checked eyes, ears, mouth, like all the basic stuff, and got like 4 vials of blood. So I'm hoping my cholesterol's okay. I'm hoping thyroid is okay. I'm hoping there's no diabetes or pre-diabetes or anything like that. Yeah, so we'll see about the blood work. And then they didn't really say anything specific about like anything for sleep, like melatonin for sleep or anything. I talked about it, but I was hoping they would just prescribe something because I'm running out and I don't want to pay, honestly. Like, I can afford it, but it's like every little thing that I have to pay for is just one more expense. And I'm like, I'm really trying not to pay for a lot of stuff before I start working, because I don't know, like, when I'm going to start getting paid. There's like always like an onboarding process and everything. So it's like, at least I won't have to drive to and from work, but, like, there might be some stuff I have to do as far as, like, background checks and all that. I might have to go in and do it and all that kind of stuff. So, and I don't know if those cost money. I don't really know anything, honestly, but I was gonna go to the gym, but I was like, let me just skip that and just kind of chill at home and then get lunch and get back to actually working on the stuff that I need to work on today. But I do need to get exercise today, so I don't know. But I'm doing laundry too, so it's like I can't do like every single thing all the time. So I might wait till my laundry's done until I go and I might just wait on my laundry. And then go like I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably get my groceries a little bit later. But I'm pretty exhausted. I might take a freaking nap. Like, I'm just tired, honestly. Like, I'm not as exhausted as I was, like, the other days, but I'm pretty tired. Like, I'm not, like, super energetic. It might do me some good to kind of rest a little longer, get my siesta in, and then get to work kind of later in the evening. But I just wanted to record. We'll see if I post the daily update that I recorded this morning. I might record that at the end here. And yeah, again, sorry I haven't been posting a lot on here. I just haven't had a lot to say, or a lot that really like matched with the exact things I'm trying to kind of like any of the exact things that I'm trying to focus on this pod. But we'll see if I get into like a book again. That kind of gave me something to go with. Like my life has been a lot more like indoors and a little more solo, secluded, somewhat. Like I'm with my folks, so I'm not really like alone, and I prefer not to really interact every single day with them, but just out of trying to be polite, I'll say hi and stuff, but I kind of try not to do more than just like, okay, hi, and like, like, I don't know, I'm not really interested in like any kind of connecting. I just kind of want to get my job and leave and move. It's not really, like I'm not like fully out while I'm here, if that makes sense. Like in a way I am, but we also just don't talk about it, so it's kind of hard to be like having like a life out here, like a lifestyle out here, like any kind of real social life out here. And I feel like they're a little curious about what I do, how I spend my time, and I'm a little like closed off about like sharing about stuff because I don't really want to talk about it. So I kind of just want my life to be my life and to be able to do my own things and do my own stuff and have my own hobbies and interests and things, and not have them like involved. Like I feel like they really like to be involved, and I get it because they're my parents, but I also like my space, like a lot of space, and I like to tell people what I feel like telling them when I feel like it. And they kind of would rather check in every day about like the day-to-day, and I'm kind of like not interested. But the more I try to back off, the more they try to like come forward. So it's kind of like annoying on that end. But I mean, they're not terrible people or anything. It's just I'm a little bit particular with my energy lately. And I was watching something where they were talking about, you know, like I was trying to talk to one of my friends saying that like I've been working on kind of like the way I described it, I was like, I'm kind of mentally checked out from like everybody else's situations and everything and just focusing on myself. And you know, someone else kind of said it a little bit more smoothly and said, you know, that they're trying to safeguard their energy, and even though they're like sociable and care about people and want to, you know, hang out and stuff, they try to safeguard their energy. And that's kind of how I feel. I'm like, I try to safeguard my energy. I try not to and yeah, I don't really know, like I don't know, like I guess that's about all I have to say about that appointment and everything. Like, it's kind of done now, so I'm just gonna go on to the next steps of everything. Probably sometime tomorrow or over the weekend I'll start scheduling the next stuff. And overall, I'm super tired. Like, you know, the more I'm laying here, the more I just want to like take a nap. So I might do my siesta like I've been doing most weekdays when I'm busy, and just try to relax midday and, you know, take advantage of the fact that I can take a long lunch break, and then definitely get back to doing something after that, doing the things I'm trying to do after that. But until then, I don't really want to do anything. But yeah. Man, oh man, it is May 18th, 2023. Getting up this morning, having some coffee. So let's do that. I think I might get some kind of a book, either Kindle or something online. I don't know. For one of my pods, I was reviewing books for like a 30-day period or so. And I don't know, I've noticed since I don't really go out so much, you know, on purpose, but because I don't go out so much, it's a little hard to record on that pod, because a lot of it's about kind of what I do, not really like hobbies indoors, and like what I'm thinking about, and just kind of like all the processing I do of things and all that kind of you know, self-help type of work and exercising and things. Like, it's a little bit of that, but I don't know, but we shall see. But yeah, overall today I'm just gonna kind of talk about some of my plans I have coming up. They're kind of more like hobbies and interests and just the day-to-day things that I kind of plan to get up to in the next weekend and coming into the new week, ending this week. It's kind of things I'm ideas I'm kind of playing with while I'm having my coffee this morning. I sweetened up my coffee a little bit. I'm having the same Four Sigmatic mushroom coffee that has lion's mane and chaga and coffee, and I think it's a medium roast. I get the instant packets. I have one more packet, which means I need to go shopping. Or maybe not, because tomorrow's Friday and I don't really need coffee over the weekends. But I added a little bit of MCT oil. I added a little bit of ghee, a little bit of cacao, and a little bit of creamer for once. We have the silk creamer. I don't really know what flavor it is. I didn't look at the bottle, but it's a light brown color. But the bottle's white with blue. So I'm just drinking coffee. It's 7:14 a.m. right now, and I got a doctor's appointment. I need to be there at 10, so I don't know how far away it is, but I'm gonna jump in the shower at like 9, so I decided I'll just do some pods before I go, and then just go do that and then get back to work. So I last night started reviewing some of the process of what these interviews might look like for upcoming work, and it seems like they might be a little intense. But I also saw that, there are people who, no judgment to them, but that didn't pass the test, unfortunately, and are still able to get work. People are saying nobody asked for your test scores, nobody asked for your certifications. And the interview seems to be kind of like more so about job skills. What would you do in this scenario? Do this skill, that kind of thing. And so I'm kind of like, man, like I'm ready to be at a place where I feel as confident in this next field as I did in psych. Like it took me a while in psych to kind of get familiar with everything and kind of get into a groove of like everything becoming so automatic and just like knowing what to do at every turn. And I was doing that for a long time, and now I'm kind of like trying to get immersed into a new field, and it's a little of a challenge, mainly because it's new, and while it's new, I'm also having some experiences related to my energy, my I guess I'd consider it processing speeds. Just like when I'm talking, it's kind of okay, kinda. And especially once I've had coffee and eaten and everything, I usually feel like all right. But when it comes to like new stuff, I do find myself kind of not as clear when I'm speaking, and not as, it's kind of hard for me to like smoothly express what I'm trying to say. And so I need to get way more familiar with just talking about stuff that's related to this type of job, because I feel like on paper I can kind of write it down because I can take my time to like write, and for some reason it's easier for me to like write things down and just be like, okay, I can write you an essay about this and kind of like organize my thoughts that way. but it's kind of harder for me to organize my spoken, to speak my thoughts about like job skills and how to do this or how to do that in this type of work. So I'm working on it. I need to work on it. I'm debating if I'm gonna hit the gym today. I might. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, because I'm gonna have to pass the gym. Going from the doctor's office. I think actually it might be in the other direction. I mean, it might not be where I think it is. I need to actually look up where it is before I start going. Before I start driving there. But it's not far, at least. But yeah, I don't really want to go. Like, it's just so annoying. But I want to see if they'll prescribe melatonin. I need to get my vision checked. Maybe see if I can talk to like a dietitian or something, nutritionist or something like that. I don't really know. But I might, just to see what they have to say. And yeah, so there's that. But yeah, in this house I kind of feel pretty crowded, it's like yeah, I don't feel like I have a whole lot of space to myself. It's still kind of hard to record. Like I just heard somebody getting up right now, so it's like great. Like I was trying to get up early and now somebody else is up early, and it's stuff like that where it's like I just want to be by myself sometimes, and I kind of can't do that. So I don't know, for me it's a house of too many people. I guess that's mostly what I'm gonna be doing. And that's like just as far as today, pretty much. Like, I don't know, I'm working on this online store, online sales. I need to determine kind of what I want to get up to. Part of me, I just want to focus on this online store, but it's kind of hard. Like, right now my Facebook ads are restricted, so that's kind of an annoying part. And I need to figure out this car situation. Like, we've got an extra car, but like it's gonna need repairs, and so that's kind of annoying. And I don't want to drive it and then have it break down, and then I'm gonna be the one responsible for getting it fixed. Because I have my own car that needs to get fixed, and so yeah, and the car that I'll be temporarily sharing, nobody really maintains it. And the other kind of spare car, my folks are kind of giving it away. I was talking to a friend yesterday. He told me that he just got a car for, I guess they wanted $4,000. He got it for $3,500 cash. It's like an old Toyota Echo. And he said he saw some other cars for near $6,000 that were really in way worse condition, and he was driving all over the place trying to look at these cars. Last time I looked, they had like, and his car has like over 150k miles on it. And last time I looked, cars that were like a Prius at about, over 100,000 miles on them were ranging about 12k. So the market's not good for buying. I mean, it's okay for selling still, but if you sell something, you're still gonna eventually kind of need a car. So if you do need to drive a lot, so like right now I don't really need to drive. I just kind of like it as part of my routine. But I don't really need to. So I'm gonna see. Still debating what I'm gonna do with my car. I don't have that long to decide. I might pop back over to AAA tomorrow and see what I need to do for the salvage. Salvage condition. Let's see what else. I don't know. I think I should work out today. I haven't worked out in a while. I counted some of my Vegas activities as exercise because that was intense. But that was like Saturday mostly, and Friday, and Monday. I kind of considered the walking around in the airport and carrying my heavy bag, because it had a shoulder strap. It wasn't a roller bag. It was like a little duffel. So, yeah, those are heavy. And I had brought my laptop, but I didn't really need it, honestly. I didn't even use it, but I tend to bring it with me places in case I need it for some reason. You never know. Like, say if I lost my phone or something, like, I would still need to, like, check into a flight and, like, figure things out. So, like, I'm just not comfortable being out of town with the potential for something to happen and not have internet. Like, I don't know if you can order an Uber through your laptop. I should try that and see if it works, because yeah, I'm really just not sure. But yeah. So yeah, overall, I'm kind of focused on this career-related stuff and my side income projects. Kind of debating what I want to do with eBay, with I don't know, like some of the things I'm selling. Like, I'm not really too into the products I'm selling. I'd rather sell tech products, tech like gear and stuff, but I think I might have to wait till I scale up this site. It's not going good right now, guys. It's not going good at all. I mean, I'm not like down about it. It's just like I'm also like documenting my process because, you know, starting an online store isn't the hardest thing, but there are definitely roadblocks that nobody tells you. And there's so much clickbait out there about, you know, people being like, oh, like use $100 and make like $3.8 million, or like use $100 and make, you know, I don't know, like, you know, make $1,000 a day, you know, on your store and all this kind of stuff. And like, they make it seem so quick and simple and easy. And, you know, I've had issues with just basic stuff, you know, with PayPal as a payment gateway. I was trying to learn about the best payment gateways, and that becomes an issue if you're shipping stuff from China. If you have stuff on your store and your store has a bunch of stuff from China, a lot of times you need, I think they said, at least more than half of the items to be from the US. So they recommend, I only heard this from one person, that say if you had 10 types of items in your store that you're selling, you know, 6 of those items would have to be US based, like not shipping from China, not connected to like AliExpress or something like that. That's what one person recommended. Someone else recommended contacting the Better Business Bureau, and that's the route that I went, and I got the runaround. I just decided not to use PayPal at all. When I did use Shopify payments, it worked out for me. Fiverr has been a bust so far. The person who helped me build the site, they were helpful, but at that time I was having other issues with my GoDaddy account because, you know, I guess the domain name had to get transferred to me, which I wasn't aware that I was like buying a domain name that was getting transferred. And then because they had connected that domain name to a, what do you call it, like like to hosting, like I don't know what kind of hosting, but it was some type of hosting outside of GoDaddy. The hosting they were connected to, they canceled it, obviously, because, you know, they probably were paying for hosting and they didn't want to have to pay for my hosting when I bought the domain off of them, because that doesn't make any sense if they're not going to be using the .com that I purchased from them. Like, why would they be paying the hosting every month or whatever? And so they sent it to me, but the hosting was still connected elsewhere. And so I had a little bit of issue with the website with that, because then my .com that I had purchased was not my Shopify store's actual name. So when I went and typed in like blah blah blah.com for that's not the name of the store, but if I went and typed that in, the name of my store, it would route to this other like weird code of like B839638FE or like whatever the weird string of, you know, letters and numbers was. And so it would route to that, and it just didn't look professional. Like, who wants to buy something from a website that's name is like, what the heck is that? But my website itself had the logo and the actual name of the store on it, and so it's like, well, it doesn't look right. And then, you know, you're clicking on stuff and, you know, it's, initially some of it just, I don't know, they put a lot of products that, they supposedly researched the projects out. One option is to sell the store. That is an option. I could probably get a lot of money for it. But in this market, I don't know. And I've put a lot into this store. As far as energy and just like learning. So yeah, all that stuff is annoying, as well as, I think I'm using dropshipment through AliExpress, and so I had to kind of learn how to use that a little bit. It was hard, like, fulfilling the initial orders, and then there was a little bit of issues with the products. They weren't really, like, high quality, and so I wasn't too pleased with that. And then, I'm not just trying to make a profit, like, I want to actually, like, have, like, a brand in a store that actually does well and has quality products. Like, I want it to be a fair price for the buyer and, for people who are into that kind of stuff. But it's kind of weird because I'm not really into it, so it's kind of like, it's something that's, like, so far from anything that I have an interest in. Like, almost anything else, would be more interesting, but it's a good niche, you know what I mean? So one of my goals initially was to get this site up and running because I know the niche is so popular. It shouldn't have trouble getting organic traffic. And so I think the name is probably going to have trouble getting organic traffic, but the products themselves aren't. And so I'm going to need to, I'm still going to keep working on it. Like, it's a learning process, but it's, trying to do all this during this economy where people aren't just, like, spending and buying, like, people are more likely to sell than they are to buy. Like, people are kind of, like, scaling back, expenses and trying not to spend on things that they don't need. And I'm kind of in that boat too, which is why I'm not going out a whole lot. Pride Month is coming up, and it's kind of a time period where I'm like, usually ready to kind of do a lot of activities, but it's a little hard to do those activities when I'm trying not to spend a whole lot of money. So because they really make everything expensive. Like, LA Pride, I think for the weekend pass is probably close to $200. I think it's a little under unless they raise the prices, because I think they're going to raise the prices for everything too. And then there's San Diego Pride and all these other ones, WeHo Pride and all these other, there's so many prides. And, they've definitely found the market. Previously, nobody wanted anything to do with the LGBT community, and now everything, coming up on May, and then June's coming up, and everything's rainbows, and everybody wants to act like, oh, like, we support, and, like, but a lot of it's just marketing schemes, and they just want to make money off of the queer folk and charge, because people are gonna buy it, but the gays will buy, they will party, they will buy, they will attend events. We get one month out of the year, and we definitely party it up, and it's gonna maybe be the second year in a row that I'm not gonna be just spending on partying like that. I've got some friends coming to town that I think that's what they want to do, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. I'm kind of like not too sure if that's how I want to spend my money, especially because I'm working so hard doing other stuff. It's like I might do one event, like I think the WNBA has a Pride Night or something. I might go to something like that. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything else, because it just costs so much money. And I just did that Vegas trip, and like I have a trip in July that I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do. Like, so nothing's cheap or free. Everything costs, and it costs a lot. But I do have the ability to figure it out. It's just a lot of problem solving. But that's the joy and pain of what you deal with if you're not just trying to work for a company that already has all this stuff figured out and you are the employee, where you just come in, clock in, do your job. There's all this other back end stuff that somebody else is taking care of, and I'm learning a lot, and it's I gotta get past this Facebook ad restriction stupid thing. TikTok is kind of a no-go for me right now as far as like paid ads. I'll probably just try to do the marketing for free on my own. And I gotta set up my Google Analytics. I didn't really get that done yesterday because the mobile site is just, I don't know, there's some button somewhere that I need to click and it's like too low and it doesn't work in profile or landscape. Like I couldn't scroll to the bottom of the screen on the mobile app. So I'm like, I was like, I don't want to go back online on my laptop and like have to do this application again. So but this is kind of how I think things through, kind of problem solving what I'm going to be doing for the day, for this morning. For the afternoon, that's kind of what I've got on my mind. It's just doing this stuff. And I'll see. I'll probably grab Subway for lunch or something. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do. I know I'm recording pods this morning, and then like having coffee and then having water. Then I gotta have breakfast and then shower and go. But I don't know what I feel like. What I feel like actually getting up to. Like what I need to prioritize really is, studying for the interviews. Like I started the process last night of just reviewing some videos that some people posted about the exam, reviewing some videos that some people posted about the interview processes they went through, what types of questions they get asked. I kind of created a playlist of those types of videos because I didn't want to watch a whole lot. Like it was getting a little late, and I was like, I'm trying to like be a little more disciplined, going to sleep early. I took some melatonin around 10:20 something, and I'm pretty sure I was asleep by 11. Woke up at 5 something this morning. A little late. It was like 5:30 or so, I think, when I was like waking up. And I was really groggy, and I was like, man, I'd like to go back to sleep, but started becoming 6, and then it started becoming 7, and then I was like, all right, let me just get up and make coffee. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for the morning. I'm a little motivated to work out, but I mean, the gym is like, I don't know. I might go to the gym just because I'll be out anyways. I do need to kind of get out and like just get out of the house, you know? And kind of get over to the gym. That would be a good idea. And it is something that I want to do. So, I mean, the only thing that makes me not want to do it is my energy. Like, when I'm thinking about my energy, I'm like, oh, my energy is so low. But I think it would be good at least to hop on, you know, a bike or something and listen to some of these videos that, you know, where people are talking about the interview processes. Like, sometimes that helps to just have something to listen to that's like relevant to what I'm trying to get up to. That, and just do that while I'm at the gym, just to kind of get familiar with kind of what people are saying, and a little bit of multitasking, kind of kill two birds with one stone. It kind of motivates me a little bit more to kind of like get a couple things out of the way that I need to do, versus coming home and watching like 2 hours worth of those types of videos. Like, it would make more sense to watch maybe 1 hour there and then come home and maybe like practice a little bit. Like, I do need to practice a lot, actually. Not a little bit, I need to practice a lot. Like, I don't feel too confident in talking about the job skills. Like, I kind of know them as far as like, if you gave me like a worksheet, I could kind of, you know, slowly kind of like answer the questions. But, you know, that's kind of how the exam went. It was like I was slowly answering the questions. And because it was all, I think I explained it, but it was all like recorded, video recorded. Like, I was being video recorded and audio recorded with my webcam, as well as the screen while I was taking the exam. The whole screen was being screen recorded. And so it was just, that made me a little bit nervous too, because I was like, man, there's like a lot of performance anxiety with that. And that's just online, you know, in the comfort of my own space. And so to have something live with multiple people, like a panel of 4 people or something, interviewing me online, you know, and I'm gonna have to spit out, you know, the answers real quick and stuff. I can't just be like taking my time. So, but I'll get there. I mean, it's just the day-by-day process of just getting better and better and improving slowly, if that's what it takes, you know, improving slowly and applying very, very aggressively, and, you know, getting the interviews rolling in. And if I can confidently knock out a lot of interviews, that'll feel better. A lot of people are saying they applied to 200, 300 jobs. Some people are saying they applied to like 20 to 40 jobs. So there's really no telling like what this process is going to look like. But I know how much money I need to make, so I can't be too flexible to just take any old thing. Like, I have to actually take what I need to take, or at least, you know, go into a 90-day internship and get my foot in the door. As long as it's paid, it shouldn't matter, even if it doesn't pay well. I think they say it could pay $15 to $20 for an hour for the internships, and then from there you would be making way more, and then commissions and bonuses on top of that. So but yeah, I'm gonna write all this down as far as what I'm gonna do in order today. That's been kind of helping me to make a little agenda. Let's see. So, wow, today's already the 18th, huh? So I'm gonna write what I already started doing. So I did do a weigh-in today. Doing pods now. After this, I gotta have... Let me see. I might start stretching. Stretch, breakfast. I'm gonna put coffee and water. I know that sounds stupid, but coffee and water. Breakfast. PCP appointment. Gym. I'm gonna write that while I'm at the gym, I'm gonna listen to these tech playlists. And from there, once I get back, I'll put Subway for lunch. Either Subway or Chipotle. I'll see where I'm near. Or maybe I'll just get groceries. I don't know. Our fridge is looking a little bare. But yeah, after the gym, I kind of like to eat Subway or something. So I might do Subway because we have leftovers too. And then what was I doing? Yeah. I'll start with interview practice because I feel like if I run out of energy doing the online store work, then it's going to be an excuse to not do interview practice because I don't really want to do it. I just want to be working and, smoothly able to do my job and confident and just in the flow of things. That's what I want. But it's going to take a while to get there. And, the reason I stalled for so long is because, I dread this whole process of so much change. It's like, you have to get through the classes and get through all the quizzes and get through the projects. And then you have to get through the studying and get through the exam and get through the interviewing and you start a job. It's every step is like something brand new. It builds on the previous ones, but it's new and it's not easy. So every step is like, okay, gotta do this. Okay, gotta do that. And oh yeah, I need to get that book too. The Kindle book. And let's see. So that should be fine. Yeah. So I'm tired and I do need to eat soon, but I'm gonna hydrate first. I'm gonna wait till like 8:30 to eat. But that's gonna be my morning. It's probably gonna take me most of the day. But I'm not gonna start any of the other stuff until after I get back from the doctor and the gym. I need to make sure everything's written down in my notes for the doctor's appointment. I already did like a couple days ago, I did like a quick list of like what I want to talk about, and I need to make sure everything's on the list because these appointments are so far apart. I don't have the best insurance right now, and I don't want to have to make the process less efficient than it already is. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna keep rolling through my morning. I feel a little better. Let me down this coffee because it's almost done. The end of it always has these little chunky things of cacao. I need to kind of stir it up better, but I don't. And then it all settles at the bottom. But anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for listening.